Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. We are live here in Mission Control Houston at the International Space Station's Flight Control Room at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Texas. This view, coming to you live from the International Space Station, is of the interior of Dragon Endeavour. Endeavour will be carrying home the Crew 8 astronauts and cosmonaut today with an undocking that's scheduled at approximately 4:05 p.m. Central, 5:05 p.m. Eastern. Dragon Endeavour arrived at the International Space Station 232 days ago.
Endeavour Houston, com check on the RF big loop. We've completed the configuration. No, it looks like you were trying to...
Dragon on the big loop, how's your loud and clear?
Yeah, roger that. I couldn't tell if you were trying to hear me or not. Go ahead and initiate a com check with MCCX.
And you just heard some of the procedures taking place to get ready for that undock. Dragon...
SpaceX Dragon on the big loop, com check.
Dragon, we've got you on the big loop loud and clear. And syncing back on LIO, your go for LIO cartridge 2 install and IMV duct teardown, 2.103, 3.1. How copy?
Copy, LIO cartridge 2, IMV duct teardown, we'll go.
Those you just heard are voices of our flight director on console today, Paul Kanya, alongside NASA astronaut Matt Dominic. Dragon Endeavour arrived at the International Space Station 232 days ago. In total, the spacecraft has spent 236 days in space by the time it splashes down off the coast of Florida. Splashdown is scheduled for Friday, October 25th at approximately 2:29 a.m. Central Time, 3:29 a.m. Eastern, and again, that is off the coast of Florida.
SpaceX copied.
And coming to you live are views of Dragon Endeavour's exterior as it's docked to the International Space Station. The space station is currently above the east coast or east side of Asia. We have 4 crew members returning to Earth that include NASA astronaut and Commander Matt Dominic, pilot Michael Barrett, mission specialist Jeanette Epps, alongside Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gurbankin. You're now getting another look inside with the crew there on your screen. You can see Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Gurbankin as he gets secure in his seat, ready to get home. NASA astronaut Michael Barrett assisting him in the process. And to the far right of your screen, you'll also see NASA astronaut Jeanette Epps working with her colleague and NASA astronaut Commander Matt Dominic as she gets suited up in her seat, ready for undock.
Dragon on the big loop, we're a few minutes ahead of schedule, just standing by your go for hatch closure, Dragon hatch closure.
Standby 1.
We'll go.
As you heard, we're gearing up for hatch closure.
Dragon SpaceX, your go for hatch closure, 2.103, 3.8.
2.103, 3.8, go for hatch closure.
And with that communication we just heard, we are go for hatch closure.
Dragon on the big loop, hatch closed for event details.
Copy, hatch closed, and we're going to sequence the state machine to reflect that.
Copy, we see the CPRV open.
And with that, we heard that the hatch has closed with all 4 crew members inside Dragon.
SpaceX, Dragon on the big loop, suited comm check.
Dragon SpaceX on the big loop. That was a good suited comm check. Had you loud and clear. How me?
Loud and clear.
And with that, Matt, I've got a few updates for you. First, on the thermal control system, we commanded the hex bypass to allow crew control. It's on the max cooling setting right now. Quick reminder that cabin temp control is through procedure 4.080 until pre-chill prior to deorbit. How copy?
Dragon.
Okay, and with that, the next event I'm tracking is suit leak checks. When you're ready, you're go for 4.011.
Hey, we are go for 4.011. Stand by. Six, Dragon on the big loop. We have 5.2. We've got good icon check amongst the crew.